boy. Where's he at? There he is.
This one's dedicated to Time Little. Lived above the building. I'm just trying to make some money to feed my daughter.
Yeah.
What's happening, Tom?
What's happening, bro?
I've got to keep my hat on because my hair ain't done.
Nor's mine, Dick. Look, there's 7 weeks growth there.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, Coop. Good. Isolation's doing me nothing, but other than that, just trying to keep sane.
Kids driving you mad?
Yeah, mate, honestly, got a little one in the background going crazy. She's quiet for a second, but yeah, she's all. I think everything's happening. There's drama all over the place, but for whatever reason, I'm not part of it. Probably a good reason. Right, go that way. Oh, what's up? Say hello to KUGAN.
Hello.
Say hello to KUGAN.
Wait there, let me take the glasses off. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. This is why you shouldn't work with kids. Now go out there for a munch your ears off.
Tom, I'll leave her.
Nah, she's handsome. She's my little dolly.
What have you been doing trying to keep yourself like entertained and occupied and all that?
Yeah. Listen, do you know what? I've been training, literally just working on things that I wouldn't usually work on in the gym, Coop, if I'm honest with you. You know, like strength work, bought some dumbbells home and that. Just working on that sort of stuff. But it's just hard to stay sane more than anything, isn't it? Like when you think about it, it's like prison.
Because you're not kind of one of these people that kind of lounges about and spends all day at home. You're always out and about anyway, so.
I'm always out doing stuff. It's literally just like a carpet's been pulled from underneath my feet. I don't get no social. I like to communicate with people, and I can't communicate with people from 2 meters away. Fucking not right.
Obviously not. So you are doing a bit of training every day then, just to kind of keep yourself in some sort of shape, yeah?
Yeah, just doing that. Mate, I'm the ideal of a modern day outlaw with everything that's going on. I went on 4 runs today.
4 runs?
Police chased me on 2 of them. No, police didn't chase me. But no, listen, I've been making sure I keep the road work up. Been making sure I keep all my road work up and everything, and working hard. Just but like I said, I'm just working on stuff that I never really work on in the gym, really, like strength work. So hopefully I might come back with not feather pillars for hands. Hopefully. It might take a bit longer for me to take an iron next time.
Tom, let me ask you about, obviously, Dave Allen's been on a few Instagram lives recently, kind of talking about you.
Really?
Yeah.
It's up again.
Right, just picking this back up with Tom Little. We were just talking about...
Stoneman, lovely Stoneman. Go and show it to SpongeBob SquarePants. Go and show SpongeBob SquarePants it. Right, yeah, go on.
You were talking about Dave Allen, kind of just finishing off on, yeah.
Right, mate. Right, listen, be quiet while Dad has a chat to you. All right? Promise? Promise. Right.
Promise.
Right. Yeah, no, listen, I just don't assume no bad health or harm. I hope he goes and makes a fortune. And hopefully, if things work out right, our paths will cross. It makes for a good fight for the public, makes good reason for us. Like I said, I don't know if you caught that earlier, or it already disconnected. The only thing I had a problem with was he making out that he was doing me a favour if he fought me. It was then like I got no place really in the ring with him when he'd achieved no more than mine. That was it. So yeah.
So if it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. I ain't gonna hold my breath on it. I'm just gonna chase the breath. Like last year was a bad year for me boxing wise, and like in all wise with my dad being very ill and everything. So I just want to chase a British title, English title, or anything, just so like I can say that I come out of it and I achieve something, because I believe I'm good enough to achieve stuff instead of keep going fighting these monsters. And the pay's good, yeah, but listen, I've only got one life, and I'm doing a dream job, and I want to achieve one of my dreams by bringing a belt home, something that me little boy and me dad and that can be proud of. So that's basically it. And the way I looked at Dave Allen he's one of them fights that'd lead me towards that step. But if he don't want to play fisticuffs with me, then that's fair enough.
Did you see on Twitter Lucas Brown getting into it with Glenn McCrory?
No.
Haven't you seen that?
I've not been on Twitter in like yonks. What are they really getting into it?
Well, they was, because I think Glenn McCrory or his Twitter has kind of commented on one of Lucas Brown's photos and said that he couldn't put a cat out. So then Lucas Brown kind of replied to that. Then Glenn McCrory said, "I'll fight you." So I don't know what's going on.
Do you know what? Listen, it's just like, I think isolation's driving people mental, aren't they? Glenn McCrory was a good fighter, and for 1 minute, I don't think he probably could beat Lucas Brown, to be fair. But what thing is, what you got to be honest with, age gets every good man. Do you know what I mean? You're not young forever. Do you know what I mean? So
I don't think it was serious, but it was. They were having a little bit on Twitter, but I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not taking any kind of notice of it, really. It's just something, I thought I'd ask you about, because I thought you might have seen it.
No, I don't. Listen, I've lost all interest in Lucas Brown. Like, they mucked me about so much. Lost all interest in it. And unless I believe that I'm ever going to fight that Lucas Brown today, I can literally see him stood in the other corner and I'm ready to walk out. Until then, I could sign that fight 100 times, and I still will. I think, that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna train like it is happening, but he won't fight. But yeah.
Let me ask you about the situation regarding Billy Joe Saunders, obviously, that has come out this week, and the video, and he's subsequently apologised, but he's also been suspended by the British Boxing Board of Control. So, what's your thoughts on all that, Tom?
Listen, I think it's unfair if I'm honest with you. Listen, I'll be the first one, and I'm sure Billy Joe will be the first one to say it, is like, it's not the cleverest thing he's ever done or said. But for 1 minute, I don't believe that he condones that sort of thing, and I think it is unfair. Listen, he's a comedian, you know him. Listen, I've been brought up with him. He just can't. He's one of them people. He can't help himself. He just do something just to get a reaction, just to, like, he can be cantankerous or whatever you want to call it. He likes to entertain. He's a natural born entertainer. Regardless, weren't the right way to entertain. I'll admit, but listen, I think it's a bit unfair. Listen, comedians say some of the most horrendous stuff and whatever, and they don't seek no power. But I just think it's a time where everybody's all closed in, and they just want to grab hold of something, and he's given them a lump of steak all to chew into, hasn't he? Really, but
you don't think he should have been suspended by the board then?
Not at all, not at all. But whether it's a thing of the board just doing something without doing anything, because we're all suspended at the minute. It depends whether the suspension carries into when boxing's back on, which I don't think's right. The boy, come on, it's a joke in bad taste. But let's remember, the boy's at the pinnacle of landing the biggest fight in boxing. I don't think he deserves having that chance taken away for a joke in bad taste. I say enough bad tasted jokes. I probably shouldn't be allowed to box again if that's the case. You know what I mean?
I mean, this ain't no justification for this, but there's a lot of stuff that Billy Joe does that goes unnoticed and untalked about. You know, Tom, as well. He does a lot of stuff. Colin, we saw stuff with the NHS the other day, but there is a lot of stuff Billy Joe does do that never gets spoken about because people don't know about it.
No, that's it, and that's it. But that's the thing with good people, Coop. With good people, they do the right things for the right reasons. They don't put it out there because they're not doing it to be, oh, look at me, I'm a good guy. They're doing it because they're doing it with a good heart. Do you know what I mean? So and the true good people never get recognised for being a good person. But unfortunately for Billy Joe, he's just one of them people that if he could do 100 good things, people's only waiting for that one bad thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's just, I think that just comes with success. I think like there's a lot of people that hate on him and everything, and like I don't mean the harm, but it's just it's the green-eyed monster, isn't it? A lot of the time, like jealousy is the most evil, sickly trait ever. But I think he just needs to get all this behind him. I think everyone needs to cry the river, build a bridge, and get the fuck over it. Because like it's a joke. Like it wasn't literally a woman literally stood there and he was punching her. It was a bag, and he was a bad tasted joke, yes. But come on, the boy, don't take the one thing away from him that he's actually good at, fighting. I'd tell him to leave the stand-up comedy alone for a while, but like don't take that away from him. Do you know what I mean? For a joke, for no more than an absolute. Just it's boredom, isn't it? He's just done something out of boredom. He thought, you know what? I'm just gonna ruffle a few feathers, and he well and truly did ruffle them. But yeah, I feel.
Have you seen Chris Eubank and Billy Joe going at it on Twitter today? Have you seen any of that?
Mate, I'm gonna have to get on Twitter because I ain't seen nothing. It seems like Twitter's where it's all happening. Like, but do you know what? Chris Eubank Jr. That man is it like if they ever put melt in the dictionary, that they will put a photo of Junior cuddling Senior like on there at that because I don't mean the one. Like why dig at a man that's already punched your nostrils right in for you? Like why dig at him? Just you know what I think? You know what? Leave it be, because you can call me a woman beater, whatever. All you want. All Billy Joe got to say to him, yeah, well, I'll beat you tonight. So don't matter. Don't cry about that one.
Well, that was kind of Billy Joe's response to Chris Eubank's tweets today. Sent a couple to him, but yeah, that was only a couple of hours ago. But you really do need to get back on Twitter.
No, listen, I'm gonna go on there and have a look. But you know what? They need to. But that's the thing. What I was just saying again with green-eyed monster and jealousy. That's it at its finest form. Do you know what? Kick a man when he's down. Okay, because that's what that's doing. Do you know what? You punched me head off, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You're down, and I'm gonna try and feed off you being down. That's not a good way to conduct yourself. Preying off of other people's misfortunes. So I don't. Before Junior wants to look at what other people's doing wrong, he wants to have a look at himself, because that mirror ain't showing a pretty sight back if he looks in it.
We know, Tom, that obviously boxing is definitely suspended for the months of this month, April, and also May now. So we don't have a when it's concerned. We don't even know what's going on in day-to-day life, let alone what's going on in boxing. But yeah, can you see boxing returning in the summer though?
Hopefully June, July time. Hopefully it'll be back. Possibly September. I reckon me and Ben were talking yesterday and said it could be like till September and whatever. If that's the case, I ain't gonna die of coronavirus. I'm gonna die of starvation because I don't have the funds for that. But it's just one of them. I think it's got to come back when it's good and safe to come back. Do you know what I mean? There's no good rushing everyone to come back, and then we have another outbreak again. After that, she'll tell it. Interview her, too. She'll tell you all about boxing, won't you?
Good. What's her name, Tom?
Winter Rose.
Winter Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, look, she looked round then.
You all right, mate?
All right, mate?
You want Peter? Where's Peter Rabbit gone? Peter Rabbit's on that telly through there. Go and watch it. Yeah, so yeah, cool. It's just one of them. it's like I'm saying, like it's we all want to be doing what we love doing. Like you want to be out going to shows and press, like the fighters want to be out getting that feeling that they got a fight coming up, and like it's just like the whole world's come to a standstill. But I think everything happens for a reason, and I think once all this is all come through, I reckon there'll be some big opportunities, some big. I just need Eddie Hearn to stay nice and safe and not catch no viruses, because I could do with a good payday when this is all over.
Well, we're hoping everyone doesn't catch it, but it is. I mean, the numbers are going crazy, aren't they? They're increasing by the day of like deaths and that. If you're kind of watching the news and that, so
yeah, to be honest with you, my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone suffering. Like I've got a mum who suffers with respiratory problems and that, and obviously my dad had a number of strokes, so he's not in the best of health. So it's very very worrying when you've got loved ones that are vulnerable to something like that. Like I couldn't really care about myself. It's just these here and my parents that I'm worried about, my little babies. So it's just I'd trade it all. I'd go without everything in a second to make it all go away. But unfortunately, we've just got to deal with what's going on. We've got to deal with what's going on and come through it the best way that we can.
Absolutely. Tom, I'm not going to take too much of your time because she looks like she wants your attention. So give us Tom Little's top 5 tips for isolation. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, actually, but let's roll with it.
You know what? I'll keep it clean because I've got my little princess with me.
Obviously.
Joe, what? Eat healthy.
Number 1.
Eat healthy. Connect with people that you're not usually able to connect with, like through Skype, and like make sure you don't distance yourself too much from the world. Like there's ways you can stay indoors, train. Like if you're able to train, and don't make no jokes about domestic abuse.
Okay. I was going to say wash your hands.
I don't wash. So anything I've got this tan, boys, dirt.
All right, I'll leave that one to you. Tom, listen, thanks for giving me your time. We'll catch up with you again in a week or so's time, and you can kind of give us a rundown of your 7 days at home.
Yeah, listen, that's you're more than welcome, Coach. Listen, you've always been very good to me, so you're more than welcome to Skype me anytime, mate. Skype me anytime. But listen, stay safe, everybody who's watching. Just my thoughts and prayers are with you, and I hope if you've got someone close to you that's suffering with it, I hope they pull through, and I hope if nobody has caught it, I hope they don't. So look at this. It's like a monkey. It's like a chimpanzee. Honestly, it climbs all over you. But,
right.
Yeah, no, Coach, thank you very much.
We'll we'll talk in the week anyway. Tom Little.
Next time you see me, I'll be about 2 stone lighter.
All right, look forward to that. Tom Little, thank you very much for your time, and we'll speak to you soon.
Pick your thumb up, wouldn't I? Pick your thumb up, Luke. Pick your thumb up, Luke. No?
No.
Good off lob.
Winter Rose.
Good off lob. No.
Cheers, Tom.
Right, I'll see you later on, Coach.
Top man.
Right, mate. Bye.